What did I just hear? Like, it goes from dubstep to piano ballad thing.
My head is spinning round and round, cause my follower count is going down, and my talent alone can't get the clout. So what am I supposed to do now? And I know just how this might go. My reputation's so poisoned, but it's better than yours is.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kid Vision. We are here for a very special video today. If you are watching this and you clicked the thumbnail, you are a real one, because durow is not a very well-known artist. So if you're watching this, you are probably a subscriber. I love you. We are going to react to my friend in real life, durow, his album 98 Warhol. I have known about this album for 4 years now. Just came out. I have also listened to it many times, but I wanted to record myself on camera talking about each song because I was there for a majority of this album's creation. So I wanted to make this video because I can offer like a new point of view that other people can't. So I wanted to just talk about the album track for track, kind of go in order. Yeah, just put it out and see how this is received. Like I said, this video might have a low view count. I'm wearing all of his merch from the last album, by the way. That is on the channel. You can go see that reaction if you want. And in that last video, I said, if I can get at least one new person that has not heard of durow to start listening to him, this video will be a success. So definitely go and support him. He is the nicest dude ever, one of my best friends. 1998, for real, produced the next Andy Warhol. That's kind of why this album is called 98 Warhol. That's the year he was born. He's claiming, you know, he's this artist who can step outside of the box, bring in new sounds that nobody's heard before, that you might not have ever thought of being possible, and kind of put it in the form of music. So that is the basis of the name. I know for a fact that the note in the album cover was handwritten by him when he was going through all of this heartbreak you'll hear him talking about. I don't want to get into details due to his personal stuff, but he does get personal on this. So I mean, you'll hear the emotion, and you can even read that note. You can kind of feel the anguish and like the brokenness when you read that little note on the album cover. And yeah, this is a very versatile album, so let's just get right into it. The first track is called So Much Fun, and this album is 98 Warhol by durow.
Welcome to 98 Warhol.
We got the graphic down here. It might break,
somehow,
but
hopefully
hopefully it doesn't.
Tell me, love, we're having so much fun. Don't want it now and say we have to be done. I couldn't take it.
God, the vocal samples
I couldn't take it.
that create the beat is so genius.
So tell me, love, we're having so much fun. Show me how.
That bass feels so good too. The bass on this album sounds amazing in the car. That bass. That is a reoccurring theme on the album. That specific type of bass, and I love it. Yeah. And there's like a drone in the bridge. It's like a droning effect, and it pans back and forth. It's just like very captivating. A very fun one to start off with. Not much like conceptually there. It's just a fun song to set the scene. That's how I've always looked at it. So, and then this is David Foster Wallace, which is a big change.
Plenty lost it to the night. I can never tell a lie. Catch a buzz off the click.
That shit really for the birds.
2C Gore fine. David Foster Wallace vibes. I cannot sleep, I'm too gorgeous.
Arizona, California. That's a nice reference to the album artwork.
Push me, I can bleed friends. Fuck friends, I might. Baby, I could be like, why though? I can tell you don't know how to try, so I came back in the max with the light bulb. I could land the 6 o'clock and finally be famous. Wake up early
God, that when he just strips it back there, it like gets you like wondering what's going to happen next, and then he just like shocks you with this like drastically different than what I imagined it to do there, you know? Woo! This is so different, bro. Woo!
I could never tell a lie. Catch a bus off the neck. That shit really full of birds. Too sick or burned. David Foster on his spines. I cannot sleep on the bond.
I might really need a doctor.
I might really be a doctor. I'm perusing through the farm. Now you don't want to see me often. Molotov, Rick Toppin. I keep the mirrors all proper. I keep a couple in the loop. The rest can really get the head. Got heavy drugs in the room.
But I'm still picking through the plants.
How many Midases I get? Cause I could really use a Bentley. Second thought, just a Remy. The state of Troy, Mississippi.
That's such a dirty bass, bro. I don't even know what that is. Right back to the beautiful chlorine in the closet for the skeletons I made. That is the craziest song. I want to talk about that. Like, I wish I could go back to the moment in time when I heard that drop for the first time. That was insane. So if you aren't familiar with the channel, I used to co-own a recording studio with Durow and a couple other friends. I heard him making this in his room one day, like his little studio room one day, and I was like, what is he doing? It is so drastically different than any other sound I had ever heard him like produce. So this was just so wild to me, and I really want to see other people's reaction to this for the first time, and that's why I love showing this album to people. But that is so crazy. It, like, the vibe drastically switches, and I feel like that is a very common theme on this album. So if you like extremes, like, you will adore this album. It's like so hype, and then it's like so beautiful. Like the next second, it's like, it's just so crazy. And I remember him performing this too. He's performed this a few times, and it is so fun live. Like, it gets so hyped. But yeah, that's David Foster Wallace. Next track, Peach Moonstone. And I actually didn't know the name of this until recently. I just knew it as I don't know what he named it.
My friends, they all left in a hurry. Something about the way I talk, they got to worry. Well, I guess it's fine, my head's been spinning since yesterday.
Those, oh my god. Those like muted drums are so good. That just completely drives the track.
If it hurts when the sun comes out, check the
Radio.
I think you need a little love. I'm sick of sitting here with half shot.
God, that sounds so good. Whatever instrument that is, so crisp and clear. Oh my god. It sounds so good on headphones too. Here's the bass. My bad, my hat's off and you still cap. Pinky promise you still rat, and I felt that. Woo! This songwriting is so good too. It's like a mega pop hit. Man. If he's gonna market one song, bro, it should be this one. This is like, to the general public, like, this song would do so well if it was like marketed professionally. Like, my god. Yes! The harmonies.
think you need a little love.
Pick it up. So versatile. Just beatboxes out of nowhere at the end of the song. It leads right into Spyplanes so well, bro. Wow.
Falling from the crossfire, how can I reach you? Waiting on the landslide.
Oh my god.
Always feeling like liar, 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 liar.
The way he layers his vocals there.
Conversations. Sometimes your words leave me anxious. Leave me in limbo on sex and cheap wine. Wake up hungover to something resembling satisfied.
God, his riffs are so clean. I'm just now realizing like how much his vocals drive this song. Like the production is very simple. Like it builds on top of itself like at the perfect moments. And that's why it's an explicit song, just that last second. So I will say I do have a gripe about that song. That definitely feels like the outro to Peach Moonstone or like an interlude. And I kind of wish the title reflected that because it's not even 2 minutes. And the fact that he called it Spyplanes / LaYa makes you feel like there's going to be like a beat switch or anything when LaYa is just like the subtext of the song. Like usually people put that in parentheses after the main title, you know, like you've probably seen that before. So maybe it would have been more clear if it was called like Spyplanes in parentheses LaYa interlude or something like that. But obviously that has nothing to do with how the song sounds. Like the song sounds amazing. It really lets you focus on his vocals in that song and all the vocal effects because it's so experimental. It's really cool how he layers the low part of his vocals. And I just love that track. It's so cutesy as well. And Peach Moonstone and that one go really nice next to each other. And MTV, the next song. This was one of my favorites originally. It's like so mainstream kind of. It's like so punk as well.
And I don't even think they ever loved us. But sometimes I feel like I'm on MTV.
Yeah. I don't know, his delivery is almost like punk, but it's like a pop song. It's weird. And the lyrics are kind of punk and edgy.
Tell me what you're trying to figure it out. Tell me what the fuck you're thinking about when you turn on your side.
Nah, but I don't understand. But baby, I got all the plans.
Like texting some other guy, like I kinda thought, I guess I kinda lost sight.
I don't know how he found that flow,
I'm looking at
but it is like so good.
so heavy. Keeping all of this petty sense of pride. I'm looking somewhere, and I'm screaming at the time, like shut up. I know I can be a little fucked up. It's a long way out, but I think one day I'll know you. And I don't even think they ever loved us. So I'ma go to Vegas, get a bus card. No one will run out of empathy. But sometimes I feel like I'm on MTV. Yeah.
That hook is so good. It's so catchy. This is so cool. It sounds like wind. I don't know what instrument that is, but it's like a riser. But it's melodic. Like you can tell it has a tone. I wonder if it comes back. I don't think it comes back. But that is such a unique sound I've never heard before. This is a perfect song to drive to, by the way, at like sunset or something.
And I'm screaming at the telly, make a shot on. I know I can be a little fucked up. It's a long way out, but I think one day I'll know you. And I don't even think they ever loved us. So I'ma go to Vegas, get a bus Sometimes I feel like I'm on MTV.
Man, that song is so good. Okay, so fun fact, durow did not want to put that song on the album. I have no idea why. I think that song is so catchy, and it's like, it's mainstream while still being like experimental at the same time. Like, his deliveries on that are like any other song he's ever made. He sounds so confident as well. Like, it's just such a cool pop song. And it leads right into Amateur Pornography, which is one of the first songs he made from this album. I remember I heard this very first. I believe he wrote Avant Gore, which is the final track on the album, in high school. But he finally just like recorded it. So that was the true first song, I believe. But Amateur Pornography was like the first one that he like created in his studio for this new album. I think so. I could be wrong, but this is the first one I heard off of the album. And this is when I was like, oh my god, he is getting so experimental with it. So let's get right into it. This song is called Amateur Pornography. I feel like this song embodies the album perfectly. It starts off so soft.
I cried all night right now. I'm gonna buy a shotgun. It's your man's I don't think he got one. When I'm pointed at his son, smoke a pussy like tobacco. So before I enter you, hit my plug, go get some ammo. That's a good day. Good day. Send your bitch ass to the good place. GTA, don't get wasted if you really want it. Really want it. It's time I would smell like Mexico. See you later. Kiss my ass, you prima donna. This corner, smoke him up, that's not my marijuana. This corner, it's your head up, it's a bloody summer. Bloody Louis, bloody crap. You was bluffing.
Excuse me as I yellow these white teeth. Please excuse me as I bloody my white teeth. I woke up mad on a Monday, checked the time and it said 5:27. Hallelujah, I'm dying.
Then I'm in quiet in a Walmart parking lot. She was smoking a cigarette. Tell me how to love myself, I've got bad proof. If you really wanna shine, I can tell you really wanna cut. 20 profit, I'm sweat. I don't even care, I think it was there. Show me where I set my pride, it's already gone, girl. Touchdown 94 and that's a good day. Good day, send your bitch ass to the good place. GTA, we'll get wasted if you really want it. Really want it. It's time I would smell like Mexico. Do you want it? Kiss my ass, you prima donna. This karma, smoke him up, that's not my marijuana. Melodrama, keep going in. Bloody summer. Bloody Lord, bloody.
Woo!
She was bluffing. You imposter. Everyone around me feels like free drugs. Checkmate and amateur pornography. Poolside. Too delicate these
Oh my god. The water dripping in the background of that last section of the beat is amazing. That song is so versatile. When I heard that for the first time, I was like, what did I just hear? Like, it goes from dubstep to piano ballad thing. There's like 3 beat switches in that it's not even 3 minutes. It's not even 3 minutes. And the songwriting is crazy. So to touch on the concept a little bit, Amateur Pornography is kind of like him being like, everything's shit, bro. I'm gonna call to a higher power. That has like my favorite line on the whole album in it. I met God in the Walmart parking lot. She was smoking a cigarette. She said it's all downhill from here. Told her I'm feeling the opposite. Which is like crazy because like all the other lyrics are like very negative. Like, I'm looking around and everything looks like chess moves, you know, and everyone's kind of manipulating me, but like in the midst of it, like, there's still a way out, and I'm still optimistic about my art and everything good I have in life. There's so many themes. There's so many like complex themes when it comes to emotions in this album that I can't even explain fully. And that's the beautiful thing about this album. I feel like it perfectly illustrates what he's feeling just in the music alone. Like, you don't even have to pay attention to the lyrics to know what he's feeling in that moment of creating the song and recording those takes. Like, his deliveries are like very telling. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Amateur Pornography. I think that might be like, man, it's so hard to pick a favorite song, but that one seems like very pivotal. I'll say, like, maybe not my favorite, but it's very pivotal, and I feel like that embodies the album like perfectly, and it's right in the middle of the track list, right after all the pop hits, pretty much, and it just like shakes everything up. And from here on out, the album is nuts. The album just takes a wild turn. So the next song is my favorite on the album. It's Sunset/Surrealism.
Persian roll all fitted, caught a body in the net worth, and they're buying off white. What they tell them when they ain't gon' pray the next verse.
That vocal sample goes the whole time. Bobbin', 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 bobbin'.
And they buy it off white. What they tell him when he too close to passing his prime. I know, yeah, that's that shit that I know. If you think you know me, then you know you owe me. I'ma kill the old me.
That's the shit you don't see. I don't go. Drive slow for me.
I know that you're finally.
Oh, that 808. That's so crazy.
It's cause close, they are next to it now. They should drive, hold it, you know me, hold it, you know me,
Woo!
you know me, they should drive.
Oh my god, it's just so lush. Like, the production is like, this is my favorite produced track by durow ever, by the way. It's so like metallic but lush. God,
Just collateral on my network.
those little plucks are like,
Buying off white. More important that they clear naughty checks first. Oh God, I'm so high.
this song makes me speechless, bro. It's just an anomaly. Like,
And he buying off white. What they tell him when the price is he's passing his prime. I know, yeah. That's that shit that I know. Now
we on a road, yeah, many different time zones. When we crossing state lines, never should've come with slaving in the daytime. That ain't in the budget. I love the songwriting too. It's so uplifting, motivational.
If you think you know me, then you know you owe me. I'm a killer on me. That's that shit you don't see.
And it all comes together. And right when you thought the song was gonna end, 180.
Way too many warships, way too many spyplanes. Liar, 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 liar. Oh, liar, 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 liar.
Liar, 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 liar. Such a beautiful callback to Spyplanes, bro. Yeah.
Let's drive.
And right when you thought the song was over again.
Let's drive. Let's drive. Do it now.
God. You guys don't understand how long I have waited to react to that on camera. It has been 4 years. 4 years. That is a large majority of like my adult life that I've wanted to react to this. And that song has so much packed into it. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. There's like 5 different sections, and they all come together like at the end, right before that vocal sample part, come together. Like his beatboxing sounds so on point, and it goes so well with all the other elements to the beat. Like I've never heard an artist do like 2 beat switches, and in the 3rd beat switch it's all of them combined and they just layer over the top of each other like perfectly. I've never known an artist to do that as well as this, or even do it, period. Like it is so incredible and impressive. And then that song conceptually is so motivational because he's saying like, you know, now we're crossing state lines, like slaving in the daytime, that's not in the budget. Like you have to work for your dreams at night too to make it. And we're putting in all this work and we're traveling, and I'm finally like snapping out of it and moving towards my goals. And I'm leaving all of this negative relationship like shit in the back, like in the past, and I'm moving forward towards my goal. I feel like that's what this song embodies. And then when that beat switch happens and he's talking about like way too many worships, way too many spy planes, I don't know what his real intentions are with that metaphor, but like to me, I take that metaphor as like way too many worships means just there's too many things people want from me, and too many spy planes means there's way too many people like using me to get what they want, kind of thing. And he's kind of leaving that in the past, and he's calling everybody liars because Durow's seeing how they're moving, and he's calling them liars as in, you're manipulating me. Like I just want what's real to shine through my art. And I think his artistry is on full display in this song. It's called Sunset. It's supposed to be like an uplifting, motivational track that just takes you on a journey, like Surrealism. I could rant about this song all day, but I'm going to cut it there. Like this has so many elements of like Surrealism as a whole. But anyway, we're going to get into Gorilla, the banger of the album. I was here in the studio when he made this. I actually fell asleep on the couch, and I woke up to him finding this sample, and I watched him flip it, and it was like one of my favorite moments ever in the studio that we owned. I'm gonna actually let it transition from Sunset because it transitions, which is pretty cool.
But I'm a madman, 840 pound silverback. She left me on red shit, I ain't trying to get her back. Yeah, it's like that, I know that she like that. I could not commit to no bitch, I'm too pretty. These my hands, watch that snatch me up a bitty. These my plans, these way bigger than your city. Yeah, you right, I won't sleep at home tonight. That's my club, that's my way. You won't see the morning light. Oh, America, my love, come arrest me. I got drugs and I still got hard to make. So you should probably lock me up. That's my pearl, that's my book. Can't stay on my place, it's tonight. I've been a madman, 840 pound gorilla. These my hands, watch them snatch me up a bitty. These my plans, these way bigger than your city. Yeah, you right, I won't sleep at home tonight. It was 5:27, hallelujah, bitch, they dead.
That is just a ball of energy, bro. That I've played that on repeat like 7 times in a row. It's only a minute long. Like that could be your damn ringtone if you lived in like 2010. Like that is so crazy. The sample flip is perfect. That song sounds so good in the car too. That hypes you up so much. It makes you feel invincible. And that's exactly what he was going with it. That's why he called it Gorilla. And we're going right into Chamomile. Perhaps the most emotional song on the track list.
Trip around the sun, and I can bring the bullets for the gun. Say ah.
And I think this music video is coming out this week, so definitely go watch that.
You don't want to talk until you're sober. That's okay.
I wasn't able to be in the video. I was gone that day, but all my friends are in there.
Guess forever's just a lie. Takes the pressure off and you're trying, but
Your money won't work here.
It's already broken. It's already broken. Oh, stay. So I might need your comforter and chamomile cologne.
God, I love that line.
Take another trip
Around the spiral, circling the drain with every smile. Oh, God, and that's probably my favorite lyric on the whole album. I'll say it.
We can pass the time with conversation.
This songwriting is so beautiful.
When I'm sedated, ah.
The best written durow song.
Let me hold it and dull my temper for the night.
So I might need your comforter and chamomile cologne.
Cry, love, 'cause my love is not good enough.
Oh, here we go.
It's not good enough. Sigh, love, take all of my drugs and get high just one more time. Get high just one more time and cry, love, 'cause my love is not good enough. It's not good enough. Sigh, love, take all of my drugs and get high just one more time. Get high just one more time for me. For me. For me. For me. For me.
Sorry if my face is appearing red. It has gotten... The sun has definitely come out since I started recording. That's just what happens. But, man, where do I start? Alright, so first of all, your money won't work here is referring to, you can't buy my love. I can't buy your love. Like, it goes two ways. He's, like, questioning God. He's questioning his faith. Like, I'm putting all my faith in this person. And you're just disappointing me and ripping me apart, shredding me to pieces. And at the same time, he's still like obsessed with this person. Like, I need your comforter and chamomile cologne, like very specific items that remind him of this person. And at the end, he just says, I give up. Like, you should cry because my love's not good enough. Like, I'm not good enough. It's like very detrimental to like his mental health. He's like, I'm not good enough. He's like defeated. I remember sitting on our L couch in the studio in the main room, and I heard him recording this in his room, just yelling at the mic. I don't know if he was crying. Maybe he was. I don't know. But he was just pouring his heart out, like yelling that last part into the mic. And I was like, oh my God. Like, this is gonna be such an emotional song. And I forgot to mention something earlier after Amateur Pornography, but he dropped this album on Monday, Memorial Day, at 5:27 because of the lyric in that song. Woke up mad on a Monday, check the time and it's at 5:27. Hallelujah, I'm dying. I have bawled my eyes out to that song along with this next and final track. It's called Avant Gore, and I will get into the name of it later, but the name is genius. This was the first written song of the album. I think it was written when he was in high school. He finally recorded it with his piano. And I've seen him perform this many times.
Barefoot, I don't wanna see any bare knuckles. Stage fright, every part of me when I'm too scared to fall in love with you.
God, I love how he layers his vocals there. God.
What to do? Think we're last out the door, and your clothes it would suffice.
lock it so I know you're a gangster. Your prayers were so unanswered
That the devil couldn't hear it, so who cares? It's your loss, it's your loss.
Mine is all the times I spent with friends who only liked me cause I liked them first. Oh, I liked their company, so if nothing's meant to last, it might be well and good. She would save me even if she could. So
God, those are some of my other favorite lyrics on the whole album. It ties into Spyplanes, like all these people gaslighting him, but they're really just manipulating him, like they're not his real friends. Like he's paranoid. I keep telling him he should play this on pianos in public. That would be wild.
It might be okay. All those dreams you had belong to yesterday.
Damn. He feels like they're all ripping his dreams from him. You know?
I don't want to see.
They've just like mangled his emotions and his thoughts, and like everyone close to him is just like not who he thinks they were. You know, that's where the gore comes in.
Don't you follow me, you know where this goes. Fair fight. I don't want to see any bare knuckles. Stage fright.
Fair fight. I don't want to see any bare knuckles. That's so thought-provoking, because it's like, wouldn't a fair fight be bare knuckles? You would think, but it doesn't feel fair. Man. This is such a good outro. How he goes from piano to synths and bass. I've always found this bit just like, what's coming next? Like, it's so eerie. It's just so random at the end, but it makes you think there's more to this story. And that is the album 98 Warhol. That song title is genius because, you know, I think this album is a perfect example of what avant-garde is. Usually that's a term for saying like he's like art that like pushes the envelope, you know, innovates, like it's innovative, I think is a synonym for that phrase. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is like exactly what this album is. It's like experimental just enough, but it's very poppy, catchy, but it's experimental and it's so refreshing to hear. Like, I wish I could go back to the first time I heard this and experience it again. It's so condensed. It's only 10 tracks. Every song is drastically different than each other. Like, I am so sick of hearing pop records. They stick to one theme the whole time and it gets boring by the end. I think every single one of these songs just focuses on just emotion, just pure emotion. He uses metaphors and whatnot to describe as well as he can, like the emotions he's feeling throughout like this whole experience, like at this point of his life, relationships with friends and women and just how he feels about all of it. This is probably my favorite album of all time. I am extremely biased. I'm not going to deny that in any way. This has been an album I've listened to like weekly for like 4 years. So, and it just symbolizes this point, this era of my life. Like when I used to live in Fargo and we owned the studio. Like, this is the theme song for that entire era of my life, and all of the songs are so emotional in their own way. It takes you on a journey, and I feel like that's exactly how albums should be. So like I said at the beginning, if I got at least one person who didn't know who durow was to listen to this album, like with good headphones or in their car, and like really pay attention, then this video was a success. Comment if you did not know who durow was before clicking this video. If you're watching this and you're from Fargo, somebody get durow to play this in public, like Avant Gore and his other piano music. Tell him to go to like the mall and play it on the piano. All right, I know I've heard it 1,000 times before, but I will continue to listen to this on repeat because this final version sounds very polished and all of them are mastered and mixed brilliantly. It sounds so good with proper speakers, so go listen to it that way. And I will see you on Friday for some new music Friday reactions. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week. All right, peace.